Hey guys, we're just doing the movie review, non-spoiler for the Conjuring Last Rites. Just been to the cinema and just checked it out, and honestly, it was awesome. It was.
Did we watch the same movie?
It was. It wasn't awesome. Go on, you want to go first? Then quick, go get there.
It was dire. I
wasn't
wanted
dire.
to walk out.
It wasn't dire.
Honestly, I did not enjoy it at all.
She didn't
I'm sorry,
enjoy it.
there was no jump scares for me. There was
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
It just dragged until the last 15 minutes, and I was like, even then, it wasn't brilliant either.
And I'm going to basically say, in her words, basically, when she watched the trailer, she was terrified, and she doesn't like horror films. She gets like, well,
Do you know what the scariest thing for me was? Is when they dragged, because you didn't know, you didn't expect it.
Okay, whatever.
Just a phone call.
A phone call.
And it was
Yeah,
dragged
okay,
out hand,
that isn't
that's
so
it.
bad. There was a phone dragged
That's
out
it.
hand. Okay,
There was
that
no
jumped you.
jump scare. That's the only jump scare.
Yeah, like Sri said, like basically I'm going to say she normally gets scared of the littlest things. Watching trailers, she gets freaked out. Doesn't matter. Even when the Conjuring trailer freaked her out more.
Yeah.
But she was sitting there and she just watched all the way through, and I didn't jump at all. When she didn't jump, and other people, there was no screams, no, I don't know if
People get
everyone was
agitated.
immune to it. Yeah, they were all there. And I went, she hasn't moved once. She hasn't like howled me, or she hasn't, freaked out, or oh my god, I ain't seen. She does that when she did the trailer, and she
Maybe
didn't.
she's angry.
She just watched all the way through, and she was just like looking at me like, are you for real? Can we just go?
Yeah,
This
get
is
me out of
boring me.
here.
I have to admit, it wasn't the best one out the lot. I mean, obviously, we love the characters because we watched the original
Yeah.
and they were really good. But it wasn't, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first ones. Well, the first two. The first two, I could watch it again and again.
Yeah.
I also think because, like Street said, there was no jump scares
Not at
really.
all.
The sort of demons and things that were in it weren't as terrifying as, like the nun or
The Nun was
Annabelle or
scary.
even the crooked man kind of
Yeah.
thing. All the things that they've used in the past.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, we saw demons in it. You'll get demons in it. But it was just like, have you seen like the demons in, if you people have watched, what's that one, The Hole? That was
Yes.
made by Joe Dante for children. It was like that. Like the characters, like, like...
So what was all this thing going
kind
on
of thing.
about on
That
TikTok?
looked more scary. Joe Dante's Hole.
Someone was saying you shouldn't watch it because people are having to see an exorcist afterwards or like a priest.
It wasn't. It was all sort of
nonsense.
creative.
I don't know.
I think
was
what
going
they
on, but
tried
it's
to
not
do
scary.
was, in the other movies, you look at these vulnerable families, right, who basically, fighting or are their homes possessed by demons.
I think
Or
our house is more possessed than that movie.
well, you sure?
Honestly.
Anyway, I'm just saying, either a person was possessed by a demon or the home's possessed by a demon. But these people, as a family, children, they're petrified. And what you get to do is you get to connect with them.
Yeah.
Like if it was the moms or the
Yeah.
girls. And, and it's just, even though, like, this one's a very slow burn.
It
Those
was
ones,
so slow.
I know you have to build the, anticipation. I thought they're building it up so we get more connected. So when things start to happen, we go, oh my gosh. But it didn't. And in those ones, you felt for the girls, or you felt for the mum, or you felt for the dad. You even felt for the dog. You know what I mean? I actually felt for the dog in this one as well. But
Not as much.
but the thing is, I'm going to say, you saw scared families, and then you got Ed and Lorraine Warren come, who these people who also got their own demons to face and things, to tackle, but they give people hope. But this one was more or less surrounded around them. So you're like going, well, they're kick-ass Ghostbusters anyway. It's made in the 80s, so that kind of thing. Yeah, you get those references. And you go, okay. And this was at them, but there was so much of their... It's like, because they're trying to put it to a close, the Last Rites, so I'm not giving anything, because they're trying to end it, and I think everyone knew that. It's more or less going, this is their backstory, this is what they're like now, this is how they're trying to, think about the future.
Yeah.
And they're just building all this, so you guys can go, because we always get to know about what's going on in everyone else's, who are possessed and the people that they're trying to save.
Yeah.
But we never know so much about them unless you know the little bits, like they got a daughter, they got this house, and these simple things. And it's like, okay, people love these two characters, so let's give you a bit about them.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems. It's like their biography. But by the way, this is going on this people's house, and they need their help. But let's not focus so much on them. Didn't get to know much about the dad there or the grandparents.
No.
It's a family, so
Yeah.
you guys, the kids,
You didn't
things
put
that
that
happen,
much.
and when they happen, we didn't get connected to them. I did not connect
I
to
agree.
any of that family because straight away you see
You did with the main characters and the baby when she was born and stuff and all of that.
like Ed and
and
Lorraine,
how she tried
stuff
to,
like.
comfort her and stuff.
So it's
growing up.
he ended up becoming like that, and he ended up becoming like we're just going through this movie going something happened, then something does happen, and you go, oh, okay, and he was like that. No point did I jump. No point I went, oh my god, that was awesome. The last sort of 15 minutes, I went, you know what? I'm glad that was there because it made me feel good.
It was worth. Well, hopefully there was something that.
There was something that
otherwise
happens.
it would have been very disappointing.
Yeah, something sort of like occurs and stuff like that, and we're not giving it. But the last 15, 20 minutes, things started moving. But again, the family that they were supposed to, it felt like they were irrelevant.
Did you see even towards the ending when they're all standing there? It felt like so weird.
Like if you watch part 1 and part 2, the families that they're protecting are the essence of the story.
Yeah.
Besides being possessed by the demon, but every jump scare in the first 2, you don't know when it's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen, creepy things just walking past, eerie noises, stuff like that. Don't go into that room. You lock in it. You don't know. It's my house. Even those kind of things.
Yeah.
They stick in your head, or you can see the nun just coming out the picture, and you're going, "What the heck?"
Even that room that they have with all these treasures of all the stuff that's happened in the past, it wasn't creepy, was it? Like, as you go in there, you feel like the airiness, like, okay, you're still going in. I know it's all.
It was still the same. I think you're used to that place anyway. But what I mean is, in the first one, I can still remember and picture every character of that family. The woman who was getting possessed and everything that was going on. The second one was obviously made in London, and I even remember obviously the mum and the girls, and then the person who came to help, like the British guy with the moustache, I think he had, and even the neighbours, who they were, and the crooked man came, kind of thing. You remember the characters here. They're not going to be rememberable. I mean, besides Ed and Lorraine Warren and their daughter, but with Jade, I think it was. But anyway, that was just my take. It wasn't as good as the others, and I think maybe also people's expectations were so high because they knew it was the last one, and everything you've already seen.
TikTok as well, the way they were freaking you out about it.
I mean, sound was still good. The sound was still good, but the story, okay, yeah. Even the start, I think the story dragged a little in the sense of giving us the picture of it. It just felt like, and this is supposed to be the most terrifying one of the lot. It wasn't the most terrifying one of the lot.
I kept my patience. I would have been really I want to get out of here because I said to him, "You've got to take me shopping afterwards." Yeah. So I was like, patient. Otherwise, he wouldn't have taken me.
Yeah, and so she did do that. But when she isn't scared, you can more or less say that there's something. I don't even think
that jump that I had would have happened either. It's just because I had my hand at this point on my face and I was like that. I was like, because I didn't expect it, but there was nothing, and that wasn't even scary.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So for us,
disappointed, I think.
Disappointed.
I think disappointed is the word. I wanted it to be better than it was. I don't know what other people have said or thought, but that is just our true, honest opinion. But you guys can still go to cinema and check it out for yourself. Some people, we're all different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was our review. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments below and see you on the next one.
See you.